the steam nozzles. In the last class we have derived some things, we have learned something. So what we have learned, so just make a recapitulation. So we have learned this is the nozzle. If this part is not there, then this is called convergent nozzle. This is convergent nozzle. And if this part is not there, we are calling it a divergent nozzle. If both part is there, we are calling it a convergent divergent nozzle. Now, so here what is the pressure here? So here pressure is, we know, so we have taken, suppose this is the 1 and this is the 2, this is the inlet and outlet. If this is the convergent divergent, so this part which is the minimum part, this is called throat. This is the inlet, outlet, and this is the throat. So what is the pressure here? P1. What is the velocity here? V1. Then what is the pressure here? P2. What is the velocity here? V2. Let us take, this is the throat. Throat position we are denoting by star, asterisk, star. So what is the pressure here? P star. And what is the velocity here? V star. So you understand, in the nozzle, so inlet pressure is P1, velocity is V1, outlet pressure is P2, and outlet velocity is V2, and at the throat, what is the pressure? P external, and what is the velocity? V external. So now some amount of mass is flowing. What is the mass flow? M dot. M dot is the amount of mass is flowing through the nozzle. So that means whatever the steam is entering, and that amount of steam will go out. So first we came to know, that is our derivation, there is a continuity equation. M dot is equal to AV by V. What is the V? V is the specific volume, area and velocity. This is also rho into V. We also learned that is the Mach number. Mach number is the velocity of the object divided by the velocity of the sound. What is the velocity of the sound? Say sound C is equal to root over gamma RT. Gamma is the 1.1, 1.4 for the air, and some value 1.3, 1.113 for steam. That will come to later. So gamma is the ratio of Cp minus Cv. So this is the ratio of gamma is nothing but Cp by Cv, specific heats. This also can be written as root over dP by d rho, means change in pressure with respect to density. Now let us say another equations we have learned. Suppose this, what is the enthalpy here at point 1 H1, what is the enthalpy at point 2 H2. Then what is the difference? H1 minus H2, because enthalpy here is more and here is less. Enthalpy is dropping. So across the nozzle, when the steam is flowing, enthalpy is dropping. Why? Because pressure is dropping. Pressure is dropping. So in the nozzle, pressure will drop and velocity will increase. If you see the graph like that, so the pressure will gradually decrease and velocity will increase. So now this is the dH. What is the dH? Differential of enthalpy. dH. dH we can write minus VdP. That we have learned. That is the done. So also we have deduced that differential also can be expressed dH is equal to VdP. Then we combine both these things and we have found that dP by dV, that change of pressure with respect to velocity, is minus Vv by V. V is the positive, specific volume is also positive, minus, so that means it is less than 0. Then we came to a conclusion that in the nozzle, if pressure increases, velocity will decrease. If the pressure decreases, velocity will increases, vice versa. Why? Because the minus sign is there. So that's why we came to know in the nozzle, if the pressure increases, in this dart, if the pressure increases, that velocity will decrease, and that happens in the diffuser. But in case of nozzle, pressure decreases and velocity increases. We came to know another relations, that is a dA by d, change of area with respect to change in velocity. So dA by A is equal to m square minus 1 by dB by V. V is the velocity, A is the area. Area at any point. Area at any point. What is the Mach? M is the Mach number, m square minus 1. So from this relation we have came to know that if it is that different situations can happen. If m is less than 1, that means subsonic. If m is 1, that is sonic. If m is greater than 1, it is a supersonic. Then we have deduced some relations. That is the relation between the area and the velocity. Now another relations we came, that we have found the steady flow energy equations SFEE. Steady flow energy equation, if I apply, what is the steady flow energy equation? Energy here equal to the energy at E1 or energy at 2. Both are same because energy neither can be created or destroyed. From this we have come to know that is the enthalpy. Enthalpy is what? Internal energy plus flow energy plus V square 1 plus V square 1 is equal to H2 plus V square 2. V square 2. So then you are getting it. Okay. শোনা যাচ্ছে? Getting it? Okay. Then okay. Then V2. Then from this relation we came to know V2 is equal to, can be written as root over 2 into H1 minus H2 plus V square 1. Now what is the V1? V1 is the velocity here. So this we call it a approach velocity. This we calling it a approach velocity or initial velocity. Approach velocity. If we neglect it, then here we can write that V2, because no function of the nozzle is to increase the velocity. So I am interested in the velocity at the exit. That is the V2 I am interested. Then what is the V2? V2 is equal to root over 2H1 plus V square 1. And if we neglect this one, we can come to this. Now, generally I have told that enthalpy is given in the steam table in kilojoule per kg. So in that cases, to make it a joule, you have to multiply by thousands. So ultimately, if it is 1000, so our velocity equation is V2 is equal to 44.72 into H1 minus H2. That means if I know the enthalpy here and enthalpy here, then with using this equation I can find out the velocity at the exit of the nozzle. That is the most prime things we want to find out. V2. Now this velocity we have found out considering the enthalpy at inlet and considering enthalpy at outlet. Now I will find out in a different way. Okay. Now I know, let us take this equation, dH is equal to VdP. If I integrate it, what do we get? Integrate 1 to 2. So 1 to 2, if I integrate it, dH is equal to VdP. Now dH, if I integrate it, we will get H2 minus H1. But I know H1 is greater than H2, so I write it H1 minus H2 is equal to minus VdP. What is H1 minus H2? You see here, H1 minus H2 is equal to V square 2 by V square 2 by 2 minus V square 1 by 2. That I have written. So H1 from this equation, H1 plus V square 1 by 2 is equal to H2 plus V square 2 by 2. From this equation, I have written H1 minus H2 is equal to V square 2 by 2 minus V square 1 by 2 is equal to minus VdP. Then if I neglect the initial velocity, I can write V square 2 by 2 is equal to minus VdP. Now why I have done it? Because now I am interested to find out the Vt in terms of pressure and volume. So I am interested to find in terms of pressure and volume. So these are the two terms I am interested to find V2 in terms of pressure and volume, not in terms of enthalpy and enthalpy, H1 and H2. So that's why now I will use, furtherwise I will go derivations. So V square 2. So let us clear this one. Now this we have learned. This is clear. हाँ বুঝে রাখি মুছলাম। আচ্ছা আমি এগুলো নোটস পাঠিয়ে দেবো। হ্যাঁ অসুবিধা হলো আবার করব? ও আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, আস্তে আস্তে এবার করবো, ঠিক আছে। দেন নজল, দেন V2, হ্যাঁ 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 বলো, এটা নজলের লাস্ট ক্লাসে যেখান থেকে উই হ্যাভ এন্ড অ্যান্ড আফটার দ্যাট উই আর স্টার্টিং। ওকে, সো V square 2 we have learned that minus VdP 1 to 2. Earlier what we have found out? We have found out that V2 is what? V2 is root over 2 into V2 we have found out. Or earlier we have V2 is what we have found out? Root over 2 into H1 minus H2 plus V square 1. Right now, I am doing slowly now. So V2, that exit velocity I have found out, root over 2 H1 minus H2 plus V square. What is the H1? H1 is the this one, entry point, enthalpy. What is the 2 point? In 2 point enthalpy is 2, H2. And what will be the, this is velocity V1 and this is the velocity V2. And what is the velocity at the exit? Root over 2 H1 minus H2 plus V square 1. We have done that. But here if I want to find out if we want to find out the velocity, then I have to know the enthalpy H1 and H2. So that's, but what is the pressure here? P1. What is the pressure here? P2. What is the specific volume? Small v1. What is the specific volume? V2. But I am to find out the velocity, I have to find out H1, H2. Now I am not interested in H1, H2. I am interested in P1, V1 and P2, V2. Now my expression of V2 will be in terms of P1, V1 and P2 and V2. Okay, not in terms of enthalpy. So that's why now I will do the derivations. So okay. So now suppose this is the nozzle, this is the throat, this is the throat. This portion is the one, pardon, nozzle is the apparatus, instrument, and function is to increase the velocity. To increase the velocity. This purpose is that through the nozzle, let me explain further way, the square is good. Suppose this is my point number 1, this is my point number 1 and this is the point number 2. What is the pressure 1? P1. What is the velocity 1? V1. What is the small v1 means? Specific volume. What is the air exit? P2. What is the velocity? V2. What is the specific volume? V2. So V2, capital V2 is the velocity and small v2 is the specific volume. Okay. Now what will happen when the steam is flowing? How much steam is flowing through this heat? M dot amount of steam dot is flowing. So now when steam will flow, what will happen to the pressure? Pressure will gradually decrease. Pressure will gradually from decrease P1 to P2 in the nozzle. Then what will happen to the velocity? Velocity will continuously increase from V1 to V2. So this graph will be like that. The pressure is decreasing P1 to P2 and velocity is increasing from V1 to V2. Then what actually I am doing in the nozzle? I am reducing the pressure energy and I am increasing the velocity energy. So I am decreasing the pressure energy, I am increasing the velocity energy. Why? Because the here velocity V2 which is greater than V1. So velocity at the exit is greater than V1. Why? Because I am giving the kinetic energy. Now at the nozzle is there and nozzle, now I am keeping the blades, moving blades. So this is the moving blades. Whose moving blades? This is the moving blades of a turbine. So this is the moving blades of a turbine. So if we see, then if you see, so this is my moving blades. So this is my, so if I can fix the nozzle here, so at the exit of the nozzle, velocity will be very high. That high velocity stream will enter in the moving blades and will produce the thrust. You are getting it? So what is the purpose of the nozzle? Purpose of the nozzle I will install. So this is the moving blade, and in front of the moving blade I will place the nozzle. So then nozzle what will do? So nozzle will increase while steam flowing through the nozzle, the velocity will increase. Then high velocity steam will enter the moving blades and where to rotate the turbine. So you are getting it? So that is the purpose of the nozzle. Now, so that's why I am interested in the exit velocity. How much